You'll be a pop star. All you have to change is everything you are. Tired of getting asked about my friend Taps Trades. He's so pretty. That just ain't me. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, Omi, Definity, DEVVE, a TikTok Red Note update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. There we go. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Why can't I? There we go. Okay. I feel like today of all days, I need a drink so badly. There is so much stuff going on. I don't know where to begin. Let's go with Definity, shall we? We'll go with that first. So there's a buddy of mine that, what are we down to? 3.8, almost 3.8, 3.9 cents, give or take, for Definity. Not a ton of volume, like 9,200, really not a lot at all. This is one of those things where it does seem like DEVVE and Omi will go up first, and then Definity will go up second. So Definity is like my second biggest bag. That'll change in the next. That'll likely change in the next couple months, or even the next month, depending on when DEVVE does their announcement. Where that'll become my second biggest. Not because I'm really purchasing a lot more, although I am getting a bit more of that, but I'm also getting a bit more of Definity. It's just that the rate at which my DEVVE bags go higher is just, again, it's done quite well. I will dollar cost average out of DEVVE and dollar cost average into Definity. Now, I'm not going to do that anytime soon. Maybe I'll take a little bit at $5 for DEVVE. Maybe I'll take a little bit at 10, and then I don't know how much the rest will moon. But if this goes to, like, I should say, when this goes to, I don't know, like $10, $15, $20, and Definity's still down here, I'm gonna hella dollar cost average. And again, same thing with Omi. So Definity, again, kind of the long game. Not really expecting a ton right now, but you can be damn sure I will be dollar cost averaging at every chance I get. If you go, Definity is available on MEXC. There's no perpetuals for that, but there is for DEVVE. DEVVE, you can actually go and try to trade on like 50x margin. So you can use their money. You could use your own. It is pretty volatile. So again, we wicked down to like $1.20. We went from like $1.70 to like $1.27. Then right back to like $1.60. We're at $1.48 right now. So even though it's only down 2% on the day, we're still down a little bit. The volume is $2.9 million. So the volume was always a couple 100,000, maybe a million on a good day. But now it's, again, we've done what, a 10x from the bottom. Let's go and see where this was over the max. Bottom 79,000 at the bottom at 14 cents, but that's just one day. Okay, 184,000, at 19. And let's go in between here. 17, 129,000. Let's go a bit before that. We had 93,000 at 23 cents. Now let's go after that. 284,000 at 21 cents. So again, I'm not seeing really anything. I'm trying to look for one that's like a 500,000. Okay, I just found one. November 8th, we're up to 36 cents at 642,000. So is that a 3x on like a 8x volume? So let's say we do another 8x in volume, 24 million. Do we get another 3x in the price? And we go to $4.50? Maybe. Oh my God, my bae, Louis Perugine. For Lou. I love you, man. So anyway, that DEVVE, if we go and we 50x the volume, let's not do that. Let's do 30x. Get it to 90 million. Again, does that mean we 30x the price? No. But I think we 10x the price, in which case, again, add a zero to it, so we get to $15. In which case, that market cap would be 1.3 billion, which I know sounds like a lot. It gets it to the top 100, but if they're partnered with who a lot of people are speculating that we're partnered with, then then maybe that is just the beginning. If that happens, this could potentially be a top 20 token. Right now, it is currently, according to CoinGecko, number 486. I never really know who to listen to, though, because when you go over to CoinMarketCap, it is not 486. It's 396, even though it's the same price. I could understand if it was a couple away, but it's like a lot away. So comment down below which ones you tend to go to. Anyway, going off to Omi, I have purchased another million, and I am up to $202 million hairs, not doll hairs, 202 million Omi, and it is up about 3.7% on the day. It would have been nice to get it down a little bit where it was yesterday at like 3.2, 3.3, but it is what it is. I'm fine down here. $3,700, 36-ish, $360-ish dollars for a million Omi. That's fine. I will continue to do that. I'll get like another million each week for probably until the end of February. And again, if DEVVE goes up and shoots up from here, and Omi's still at these prices, I won't just dollar cost average into Definity. It would be Omi as well. Obviously, DEVVE had flipped to Ecomi. Ecomi's at number 572. But again, Definity's over at that, was like a $7 million. I think it's less. I think it's like a $6 million market cap. We are at, 5.9 million, 6.6 fully diluted. So we'll take a look at, all right, that's Omi, that's DEVVE. So the other stuff we have, I'll just take a look at the news real quick. And I will get to comments every now and then. I know people are tired of me jabbing on for about an hour. So every like couple minutes, I'll go over the comments. Everyone comment nice down below because there's 69 people here. Turtle saying first and second. Turtle, love you, man. Love you, bae. Ben Rose, again, teasing a couple of things. He had mentioned that, you know, the cat and the teeth were really for Sabretooth. But that picture of the hand with the baby hand with the ring, and then of course the royalty yesterday, we are thinking Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is probably one of the best IPs that we could get on here. A lot of people that kind of grew up with them, that came out when I was a kid. I was 11, 12, 13, kind of get into those teenage years. I'll spend some good money on that. Again, the people, or the type of people that we have over here on VeVe is generally between 24 and 54. And a lot of those they're people that already have money. It's not like it was back in the day with Pokemon, where a bunch of us were in like our 20s, and maybe the super hyper successful ones of us were able to spend, you know, a large amounts, but we don't have to wait for them to grow up. All these people, they're out there right now. I do want to actually get to, well, I'll get to that later. VeVe Digital Collectibles saying it's time to celebrate another level 100. Claire Russell's Griffin, or Claire CARG, is level 100 now. As of, I had her on the podcast yesterday. Yeah, I did 2 videos yesterday. So that was yesterday morning. Oh God, a bunch of notifications. I'll get to that later. And shout out to her. Not that there's anywhere to go with down. She hasn't received that level 100 pin yet. None of those have sold. I think somebody had it up there for like 100 grand, and I was like the only one. I don't think anyone would really buy it for that. I do think that somebody, because there's only ever going to be 100. There's like maybe 30 or 40 out there right now. That might go for, I don't know, 10K, give or take. I know you're saying this could be the same thing as Miles Morales Secret Rare. Yes and no. Obviously, Miles Morales is a version of Spider-Man. He's like the Spider-Man for people 20 and under. They're hella scarce. One guy owns 10 of them, which is nuts. The dude's got like $120,000 worth of Secret Rare Spider-Man Miles Morales, because I think they're 12K now. But just because these are so prestigious, these level 100 pins, and again, none has sold yet, that's the reason why I think they could be probably around 10K, give or take. Again, instant grail. Speaking of whales, you have some top VeVe hodlers here. Let's go over the top sellers for this past week. Paul Villa, the number 372 wallet, sold 72 collectibles. Husk Show, the number 11 wallet, sold 162. And then Shane 79, the number 10 wallet, sold 334 collectibles. These are counterbalanced by Coops, the number 122 wallet, bought 294 collectibles. Dr. Fuse, the number 2 wallet, bought 465 collectibles. And then Expert 44, the number 9 wallet, bought 565. So that is quite a lot. I have been kicked out of the top 500. In order to be in the top 500, you need to have 1,686 collectibles. I do not have that. Could I get that? Could I just buy a couple of dollar comics? Sure, absolutely. I don't even know how much I have in gems right now. I could do that pretty easily. I have like 1,000 gems, but I want to kind of go. I have been doing some rebalancing there. The rebalancing is really going to be more for kind of just saving, whether it's the next Marvel Mighties, whether we do have Lord of the Rings, if we ever get Pokemon, I'd like to have a nice little bit of money to go on there. To be in the top 10, you need 14,883, which is nuts. To be in the top 100, you need to have 3,952 collectibles. Moloko has 3,951. If you want to get to the top 3, it's pretty much impossible. You need 22,591 collectibles, which is nuts. And then nobody's getting to Bezoge Man unless you have like $2 million and you're ready to spend it all. Today we had Daredevil. He was fighting the Man Without Fear, the Fellowship of Fear, and that was, so this is, I think a 9.8 goes for like almost $10,000. And this made, I think, $7-ish thousand over on the day. It's been out for about 9 hours right now. It's $10 comic. Oh, actually, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. So 9. No, it made about 10,000. So that's not bad. I'll take that. This is again the first appearance of Mr. Fear. Plus, in the Battle of the Century, Daredevil must contend with the villainous might of Stiltman. I don't know how they were able to get away with making someone called Stiltman a big villain, but that's neither here nor there. When did this drop? 1964. Okay, that's awesome. But either way, again, that 9.8 in real life goes for like $10,000. At least that's what the last sale was. Depending on when that was, we could have see a sale that is a bit higher. We have Romex going off non-fungible token. Are you concerned about only billionaires? Concerns me they will take profits heavily. In my opinion, I'm sure they will, especially if they're dollar cost averaging down here. But again, VeVe and Omi aren't really mainstream right now. They had very busy booths at San Diego and New York Comic Con. They were separate from Marvel, so that is very nice. But I wouldn't, again, unless all of them take profit at the exact same time, be like, okay, guys, at 2 cents, we're all just going to dump. There was about 60 billion Omi that I think have changed hands over the last couple of months, maybe about 65. So close to 69, right? They'll take profits. Again, even if they're not responsible, and let's just say these whales are just greedy, right? Let's say they're all just greedy whales. That's not the case. I know most of these guys, but for this, let's play this out. Let's say that they were, and they wanted to maybe not necessarily hurt the project, but they wanted to get as much money as possible. They would go in and sell into these big buy orders so that it wouldn't dump the price. Because if it dumps the price, then they can't sell as much, or they can't sell as much. They can't sell it for the price that they want. They want to sell into those buy orders. Now, are some people some people get liquidated every now and then. Like that happened with Bumper today. Bumper was down like 45% because somebody just like unloaded on MEXC, and unfortunately it was on MEXC and it wasn't on Uniswap. If it was, I would have gotten a healthy amount, but I tried to get like $500 of Bumper because I think that's all I had liquid, and it would have given me like $400 worth. I was like, oh my god, the 20% hit, and that swap was likely to fail, so you would have had to change the slippage on it, which is fine. And then I tried, okay, 400 to get $333 worth of, wasn't worth it. It was all on MEXC. I think a buddy of mine got it at 0.000, or I'm sorry, that like 0.7 of 1 penny. And then it went up to like 1.2 cents again. But yeah, that, when you have stuff like that, you have to take into consideration that that person just got liquidated. If he would have gone over and just sold, 5K here, 10K here, like it wouldn't have been as big of an impact, and he would have gotten more money. I've seen that countless times with people going in and they unload like 50K at once. They get like $35,000 worth because there's not a lot of liquidity, and it would have been just so much simpler. One, if they just do an OTC deal, where if they reach out to me, reach out to anyone, and then I could connect with my whales, whatever. It's like, hey, give us like a 10% discount, and then you save yourself. You make an extra like $10,000 on it. Unfortunately, that did not happen for many things that I've seen, and they just wound up losing money. Anyway, Spritz Finance. So yeah, Aria Realty has been good, or Aria, just no Realty anymore. Cool dude. Going off and talking about Spritz, I have taken a very brief look at that. It is from, why isn't, okay, Spritz Finance. It is from Robinhood? No. It is from Kraken. If you go over to Spritz Finance, you see About this app, instantly convert your crypto to cash, pay bills and banks from your wallet. This is something that I think DEVVE will be able to do as well, because the Spritz Finance, they have like 1,000 downloads. I haven't looked really too much into it. This video is not sponsored by them at all. Safety starts understanding how developers collect and share your data. I'm not gonna lie, I see one group of people that's like, hey, not your keys, not your crypto, not your whatever. And then they're embracing stuff like AIOZ, or embracing stuff like the walrus, where like, yeah, let's give you all of our stuff, and to store. And then to see another group of people as well that are just like, yeah, we don't want the government knowing, what we're doing. And then as soon as they go to ban TikTok, yeah, well, I have no idea how to read any of these terms and conditions because I don't speak Mandarin. But YOLO, let's agree to that. It's absolutely nuts. I cannot wait to go over and kind of review that. Anywho, let's keep it going, shall we? Let's shall. Battle. Oh, what? Jan Collects has a 9.8 of this Daredevil Man Without Fear is auction for 75,000. There's no way. There's no way. Hold on. Let me look at the most recent ones. 9.8, according to Comics and Crypto at CGC, was sold for 10,500. But that could have been a public sale, or a private sale that this guy Jan is talking about might have been. Again, it just might have been private. So we'll see. Where was that? Saturday? No, that's Saturday. Let's go on to the rest of what we have here. Doritos is going square. Triangles are under attack. Doritos just dropped a bombshell on Instagram, teasing a shift from the iconic triangles to square. This is dumb. This is stupid. This is downright un-American. And of course, it comes from Doritos UK. Heckin' derps. I hate that. I hate it all. I'm going to have a Dorito ban. Charlie Fisher says, whatever will be Walt be. It's time. Have fun. Love is key. He posts a photo of all of his partner statues. I think there's like 7 or 8 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 11 of these freaking things. I don't think they're that much anymore. I think they're like $1,200 or $1,300. So, but still, having like $12,000 or $13,000 worth. Let's take a look and see what partner statue is going for, and then we'll take a look, and we'll do some maths. Oh, only 78 of them on the market. Let's go to lowest price. $1,350. Oh, okay, not bad. $13,500. Actually, $15,000 give or take, because it's got 11. Name Coast saying whales be doing whale things. Love it, Charlie. Yeah, whales and bounty wars. So again, I just went over all of the. You have a couple people trying to just exit. No, I don't even say exit out. I would say rebalancing, because the number 9 and 10 wallet, that were the 2 biggest sellers this year. I don't think they're like leaving. I think they're just saying, hey, I just want some liquidity for wherever, and I don't want to put more in. Maybe they just want to, and again, maybe they just want to rebalance. Maybe they want to say, hey, I want to trade this of what I have, maybe for a couple of Silver Surfers, because you're going to need that for the Galactus drop. More on that from Comics and Crypto later. Ethereum, always say monthly. So stupid. MicroStrategy. No, I went over the MicroStrategy yesterday. BlackRock launches a new Bitcoin ETF on CBOE in Canada. Tether will relocate to El Salvador after securing the DASP license. And the U.S. court orders the SEC to explain why it denied Coinbase's request for crypto-specific rules. I do have an article about that I will share. But first, let me take a selfie. Turtle says, sounds like Omi is going to be moving and shaking. I can't wait. I'm fine with it to run at any time now. I have my 200 million. Anything after that is just kind of like a bonus. Oh, why is it so hot down here, dude? My endocrine system has been, oh god, dying lately, because I've been shoveling this here snow outside, and I get sweaty, and I get hot when I come back in. Anyway, anything after 200 million is just cake for me. 200 million I've wanted for a long time. Now I have 202, so I'm happy. Anything after this, I'm happy. Let's go to, all right, Omi. All right, U.S. courts here. U.S. courts order SEC to explain why it denied Coinbase's request for crypto-specific rules. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission must explain why it denied Coinbase's petition for specific rules for crypto, according to an option from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. Notably, the court did not require the SEC to go forth with rulemaking proceedings. Opinion on Monday. So the court called the SEC's decision to ignore this request for crypto-specific rulemaking as arbitrary and capricious. At the same time, the court did not require the SEC to actually draft these rules. Quote, because we believe the SEC's order was conclusory and insufficiently reasoned, and thus arbitrary and capricious, we grant Coinbase's petition in part to remand to the SEC for a more complete explanation, the court said, but we decline at this stage to order the agency to institute rulemaking proceedings. Ugh. Bring the good word, Wendy. I'm trying my very best. My very best. Your very best. Coinbase and the SEC have argued for years over the need for rulemaking. San Francisco-based exchange first asked the SEC to provide guidance for the crypto industry in July of 2022. Securities watchdog, which allowed Coinbase to go public via direct listing 2021, sued the exchange about 2 years later for allegedly violating securities laws. This is why nobody respects the SEC. This is why we all give them the finger, and SEC really stands for something else. Middle word Elon's. Before the SEC brought its lawsuit against Coinbase, the exchange attempted to force the agency to respond to its rulemaking petition and sued the SEC in April of 2023. The SEC later denied the request for new rules, and the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, said that existing rules already applied to crypto. Gensler also said that at the time that an important part of the SEC's responsibility, figuring out how to divvy resources, he emphasized that the crypto market is small compared to the rest of the capital markets, which the agency oversees. On the last point, the court said more explanation was needed. Quote, but resource allocation is not a talisman that an agency may invoke to escape judicial review, the court said. It is one explanation for agency inaction among many. It is an explanation entitled to a high level of deference, to be sure, but like any other explanation for agency action, it must be sufficiently reasoned, end quote. What do I, fudge, okay. Gracias will start buying after stream. I'm gonna get some other stuff. What's the price of DEVVE right now? I gotta make sure. I will continue with this in 1 second. I might have to exit out here for. Okay, we're at $1.49. All right, we not bad. We not bad. Where was I? Let's go to the tape. We're back here. However, the appeals court said it was unpersuaded by Coinbase's assertion that notice and comment rulemaking, a process that allows the public to comment on proposed regulations before they're finalized, was the only path for the SEC to explain the legal basis for its action. Although the SEC watchdog has not introduced crypto-specific regulations, it has proposed rules in the past year that apply to crypto. For instance, the SEC revisited a custody rule mandating that registered investment advisors store crypto with a qualified custodian that must adhere to specific requirements. However, Coinbase has said the SEC's rules are ill-fitting. I'm not gonna lie, kind of agree. SEC kind of sucks. Anyway, let's continue. Appeals court pointed that the tension on Monday's opinion, quote, in the securities law context, it is unremarkable that novel complex financial instruments may not always fit neatly within existing security rules, especially if inherent arbitrages are attributes of those novel financial instruments may undermine the objective of those rules, end quote, the court said. Attached to Monday's opinion, Judge Stefanos Bibas, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Anyway, wrote a separate piece arguing old regulations fit poorly with this new technology and said the SEC's enforcement action raised constitutional notice concerns. The SEC repeatedly sues crypto companies for not complying with the law, yet it will not tell them how to comply. The judge who was appointed to office during Donald Trump's first presidential term wrote, the caginess creates a serious constitutional problem. Due process guarantees fair notice. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grohl commended the opinion to Sports, saying in a post on X, you can't just throw the yellow flag and penalize. You have to lay out why and what happens next. The SEC said in an emailed statement that it was reviewing the court's decision and will determine next steps as appropriate. 2023, three-judge panel of the District of Columbia Court of Appeals in Washington said the SEC's reasoning to deny Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF proposal was, again, arbitrary and capricious. Again, this is why nobody respects the SEC. Okay, cool. Oh, thank God. I love it when my vernacular rubs off on, yeah, let's go. Sorry. Something cool just happened. So I got to go in and text my boys here. Where's my boys? I hate having so many conversations on my, I need to get another phone. Okay. Moving on. VeVe Zombie saying, yo, what up, Zombie? Stan Bukasa says, let's go. Let's get this bread. I love this game. Omar Sajay said, good evening. Good evening. All right, I'm not falling too far behind on comments here. Let's get to the rest of the news. We have, all right, we already went over the evolvables for that. Okay. Donald Trump to issue executive crypto policy orders on the first day in office. President-elect Donald Trump is expected to issue executive orders related to crypto policies on his first day in office, according to a Washington Post report. The incoming president has been a strong supporter of the crypto industry since his campaign, and experts in the industry expect that to continue upon his inauguration. We've got Watcher Guru reporting. According to the Washington Post, members of the Trump transition team have been working closely with crypto leaders to finalize a legislative strategy. These members expect Trump to issue executive orders on the first day of his presidency that may address issues related to cryptocurrency. Among these issues include debanking and the repeal of controversial crypto accounting policy requiring banks holding digital assets to count them as liabilities on the bank's own balance sheet, according to that report. Revised crypto policy is a priority for Donald Trump's first day in charge. The Trump team has made it very clear that this is a priority, a source told the Washington Post. These incoming executive actions target crypto regulations and aim to shield cryptocurrency investors from what Trump labels the Washington bureaucratic swamp. Several of the picks for cabinet and other roles are also crypto supporters, including the newest chair of the SEC, Paul Atkins, the crypto and tech-friendly picks who will operate the White House, Pentagon, Health and Human Services, and other agencies could provide more direct points for venture capitalists and tech executives. I wouldn't be surprised if you get something like an executive order early on that directs the agencies to re-examine their roles in the space. Let's go, Trump. Let's go. What's up, Walrus King? What's up, Lou Perigine, my man? My bae. My bae from far away. I don't know if anyone knows, I have a life insurance policy out on Lou Perigine. Still active. Still active. Anyway. Also read, okay, one of Trump's most anticipated crypto orders expected to come is a national Bitcoin reserve. Bitcoin Policy Institute has drafted an order to make Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset. It would require $21 billion in investment over 1 year. President Trump will deliver on his promise to encourage American leadership in crypto, stated Trump transition team spokesperson Brian Hughes. Despite a recent dip, there is a possibility that the cryptocurrency market will recover after Trump assumes office. Donald Trump's pro-crypto stance and policy may lead to a market-wide resurgence. I was talking about this today with Jenny Q. Ta. Jenny Q. Ta's got a couple 100,000 followers over on X. She is a creator of the meme coin Tetherball or T-Ball. She will come on the podcast again, just talking about just The Simpsons and aliens and AI and what crypto is going to look like under Trump's America. And we'll get to more on that in a second. But we've got some more news to go over. Been talking for 28 minutes already. How far away are we? Still from yesterday. Okay. Sleeping Comics, who is generally pretty, has been pretty absent as of late. He came on, I think, on New Year's. He'll be on Saturday for a little bit when I have that mega stream that me and Mr. MC1 are co-hosting. The charity links will be in the description box down below on Saturday, most likely for the Red Cross and for Best Friends Animal Society. But he goes on, he says 5,000 MCP points and Silver Surfer digital collectible will be burned during the crafting process for the ultra rare Galactus and the secret rare Galactus. So Sleeping Comics says it has begun. Me and him were talking yesterday just about how incredibly innovative this was. And on top of that, any other Marvel or Disney collectible from back in the day can now be just burned in any new drop. And this will actually, for a time, this drop will result in less collectibles on the app overall. Heckin' excited. Heckin' excited. Anyway, where were we? Keyless Gamer? Who is this? All right, so Decentraland. Let's go over this real quick. I don't want to go waste too much time on it. But what do they have? Mana? So Decentraland's Mana up about 3.5. It's 5 cents. I'm sorry, 50 cents. And it's got a $1 billion market cap, fully diluted, 925 million with what float is right now at the number 124 spot. They have not a lot of engagement on Twitter, but they say, here's the king of the virtual jungle, bringing wild creativity to Decentraland with his wearables and emotes. Get to know DCL Meta Tiger, 1,800 followers over on X. Oh, they're followed by Wisher. They're the vodka one. I love those guys. Started creating designs that are nothing short of fierce. I haven't taken a look at Decentraland in a while. I am not 100% sure that they are. Again, nothing against Meta Tiger, German dude, and the animals look cute. I'd play with them if they were available. I just happen to feel like I think last time they were going over, them and Sandbox are partnering with like Snoop Dogg, and they're partnering with like all these different celebrities talking about virtual concerts. And now they're making a big deal, a big post out of someone that has 1,800 followers. And again, his work, it looks cool. I'd probably play with these things. Again, they're cute. How long would I play with them for? I don't know. What is this email? Okay, copy. It just seems like the type of partnerships that they have taken a turn. And maybe maybe this is just one out of many partnerships that they've taken, but they're the number 124 crypto with $1 billion market cap. There's no way that Omi is not just doing like a 10x just when the narrative hits. Just off that alone, not including any exchanges that we get, any new IP that we get. They had just gone on and posted before about, well, Blackpink had said, Lisa just confirmed on NRJ Radio that Blackpink will have a comeback soon. And VeVe Collectibles was quick to just be like, boom, with the heart and then the rocket ship. So we might get some more of those. We might not. I will keep everyone posted. Is this still from yesterday? Oh my God, there's still so much stuff I have to go over. Okay, where was I? Bitcoin surge drove weekly trade volumes across 40 plus centralized exchanges to 213 billion post-US elections, the highest since May of 2021. Activity on U.S. exchanges also surged with institutional interest boosting the U.S. In the U.S., share of Bitcoin trading from 16% in Q3 to 18% in Q4, matching Q1 levels. Where were we here? Toby Salisbury says, nice, very nice, not much. Meow, meow, meow. Do be careful out there. There are scammers and imposters out there. There is somebody impersonating Foster Hilt over on Discord. The name is has been changed to Foster Hit. So if you get a message from a Foster Hit, it is not Foster Hilt. He has an L in his name. I know. I was going to make a horrible joke, a funny joke, but I will not. That's not him. He'll likely never message you first anywhere, especially on Discord. People, yep. Yeah. Oh, memory of the animals that died in the forest fires. Love those. Yo Steph is on a Disney cruise. I can't imagine how many people she's talking to about her digital collectibles that she has on the VeVe app. Shout out to her for that, spreading that good word. I missed it by a day. Shout out to Andrew Yang. Happy 50th birthday to him. Thank you for agreeing to come on the podcast. I cannot wait to talk to you. He is a Columbia-trained lawyer, presidential candidate in 2020, serial entrepreneur. He's a political commentator and author right now. He's going to be a really great guest. Cannot wait. Haven't had a Democrat on in a while, since probably, I guess, Greg Schultz, Biden's campaign manager. He should come on in the background. He should come on again as well. Adding retroactive, yep. Utility, people buying silver surfers. If you were one of the first 20 in order to get on the, what's that called? One of the first 20 to get one of those Running Man sets, they did send you an email. Those emails have gone out saying thank you for participating in the Running Man digital collectible drop in collaboration with Hands and Factory, built to announce that you're among the first 20 people to complete the Running Man set, making you eligible to receive a box of Baby Horns Loop physical toy collectibles, personally signed by the Korean artist and Running Man creator, Up Tempo. Out to them. Okay, let's go to the rest of the news here. Like saying, yo, can't do that. Arctic Circle. Yeah, I guess I should go over and in the same way that the CEO of RedNote has welcomed American users to their app because the government's trying to ban one app and the generation that's known for saying F around and find out, we're literally in the find out stage. In the same way that he had welcomed Americans to his app, I think we should start to welcome the Canadian and potentially Greenland citizens to our fair country, whether we have additional stars on the flag. Part of the reason why I think this is going to happen because Laura Powell goes over. Oh no, that's a different one. I'll go over that on another day. Moving on here. Elon Musk also might buy TikTok, so that's another thing that could be going down. I don't know if he will or not. It seems that he might buy MSNBC as well. Seems like he's going to go be like this media conglomerate now. I don't know if he'll have an office in the White House or not. I think that would be awesome if he did. He could probably be able to buy. I would say he could buy MSNBC for like what 100 million, maybe less. He could either just shelve it, shut it down, or just put out his own news network, or just somehow merge it with X. But if he were to buy TikTok, I do believe that we would be able to go on our X accounts, be able to monetize this a little bit, having it go in and what do you call it? Connect, and this way you can have that cross pollination from followers from one to the other. We also have, speaking of Running Man, I mentioned before, they do go off and say, "Dear VeVe team and esteemed community members, on behalf of Hands in Factory, I would like to express our deepest heartfelt gratitude to VeVe and each member of your vibrant community. It fills us with immense joy to see individuals from around the world embracing and supporting creations we have tirelessly worked on in our small studio in Seoul, South Korea. Your enthusiasm and kindness not only validate our efforts, but also inspire us to contribute, innovating, and pushing our creative boundaries. We're truly excited about the potential for the future collaborations with VeVe and are eager to explore new opportunities that allow us to bring even more joy and creativity to our audiences together. We genuinely look forward to connecting with the VeVe fam and sharing memorable experiences through our inspiring works. Together, let's create moments of magic and fun. Thank you once again for your unwavering support. We appreciate you more than words can convey. Warmest regards, Uptempo." I don't know, again, I haven't heard of them since before this, but now that they're kind of on people's radar, I imagine there are some people that just want the physicals as well. I also have a little bit of more insight on this. It was of my opinion that people were just excited about the Phygital collab, where again, the first 20 that competed for this, they were getting, let's say again, $100 worth of product, which it might not be. It might be like $20 worth of product, but I'm just using 100 just for round numbers. I'd estimated the cost to VeVe for shipping out the physicals, buying them from there, having them signed would have been a total of like $2,500, give or take. It might have been more, it might have been less, but that was just, kind of back of the napkin math. And I thought, okay, if they could just do this with every drop, whether it be Disney, Marvel, or the Running Man things that nobody had ever heard of beforehand, then they could almost guarantee themselves selling $60,000 per drop if they could just do that. But then I posted my thoughts on X and on Facebook, and the majority of people had said I feel like it's that meme from Tumblr in like 2016. It's not about the breadsticks, it's about the lies. Was not necessarily about the Phygitals, although I believe that did help a little bit. It was really more about the chase, where the chases and the consequences of not landing the chases from the inside out drop was very small. Like, you did not have a good chance of getting the chase. And if you didn't get the chase, you would have likely lost money on it. Now, granted, a lot of these people are here just to collect what they love, and they want these, kind of virgin variants, the one that haven't touched anyone else's hands. It's their own, and they don't really care one way or the other. Then you have the other group of people that is like, I'm not buying these for $20. I'm going to wait for people to buy something for $20, immediately floor it for $4, and they'll get it there. So you have those two groups of people. They probably make a fair minority, but they are there. And then you just had the people that say, like, I bought the Running Man stuff because there's a much higher chance of us going and getting that chase. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Even though that's not something that I had really thought about. It is something that I thought about. I didn't think it would be that big a deal to people, but apparently it is. So it seems that they could go, and I'd love them to try it out with something. They could try it out with Dashi, with a bunch of special edition variants. They could try it out with just the Jeep things. Maybe they could even try it out with Big Pin. But if they give a bunch of chases and they can guarantee themselves 60,000 a drop, just churn that machine. It's like Pokemon going in and saying, "Ooh, I received it. Very nice, very nice." Sorry, I had to go on and say that message. But yeah, I would say if they can guarantee themselves that there is no shortage of people wanting to drop stuff on VeVe. And if VeVe says you can move to the front of the line, if you, and I would do this because I maybe I'm a little greedy. I'd say, okay, give us an extra like, you know, like 1 or 2 points up. Give us an extra couple hundred or like $1,000 up front, and then we'll move you to the front of the line. This way, they just get a little bit more money up front. They get that float. They can do whatever they want with it. And then from that, they say, okay, you just have to do it this way. You have to be willing to sign a couple of these things, and we'll buy the product from you, the physical product. But they could, any one of their decon artists, they would love to do it. Like Ron English would love to do it. Luke Chu would love to do it. Again, to you, Mumbot would love to do it. RIP Frank Kozak, he would have loved to do it. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects. Again, Jason Naylor, did I mention him yet? Any of these decon artists would be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Not including any of their other major licensors that, again, I have most of the Marvel Mighties. I'm missing like 2 of them. But I don't really like going in and when I go to sell to pay that 8.5% fee as opposed to 2.5% fee for most everyone else. But again, that's just my opinion. Let's go to some more comments here. Edgar Poe, what up? What up? Oh, I missed a couple of these. It says, if VeVe has Pokemon, please drop it on the 20th for the Parabolic Splash. If they had Pokemon, I wouldn't say that. I mean, that would be. Could you imagine Pokemon dropping the same day as the election, or not the election, as the inauguration, Martin Luther King Day? I don't think they would do, if they had it and they were waiting for a specific day. They would either do it maybe on the 29th, and they would say, okay, Ekans is your first drop for the Year of the Snake, Seviper, Arbok. And they would do that just because, again, it is the Chinese New Year. We do have that. We're going to have new stamps. We don't have new stamps. I'm going to set things on fire. Okay, I can't make a fire joke this time. But I would lose it if I have like 6 out of the 12 Chinese zodiac animals in stamps, and I can't get the rest. So they better have those stamps. And then, yeah, if they were to do it, I would say drop it on the 29th and have Ekans and Arbok for the Year of the Snake. I wouldn't do Seviper just yet. That's many generations in the future. I would just stick with first gen for right now. Or again, they could just do Pokemon Day on February 27th if they had it. But again, I feel like if they have it, they just, once they get it, just go, just do it. Make like that Nike and just do it. But again, on the 27th would probably be my bet of February if they were to have it, just because it's, you know, it's Pokemon Day. I like the way Stan thinks. We all Mr. Ben Rose. Meow, 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 meow. Evening, Randy. Love your insights. I apologize for meowing at our beloved CEO, but that is what I do. Anyway, let's move on here. 43 minutes. I got a little bit of time left. Do you know that Barbie's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts? I feel like it just doesn't work. Anyway, Inside Out, Running Man. Okay. There is another scam going out saying like, or some people's Twitters were hacked and they send some drainer links, so do not open. The message reads, I want to get some suggestions from you. I'm using CryptoBot and trading with this bot. I really made good profits. I even cashed out money out of it. So obviously this is not good English. I really decided to share it with my friends, but I don't know if this is a good idea or not. It's a really insane bot. I made over 70%, 8K in profit from 1 month or less. This is the bot, and then they give you that drainer link. So obviously, if anything is not 1, legit English, and 2, it just seems weird from people maybe you haven't heard from in a while. Message them on another social, message them on another. I'll be like, hey, this is kind of weird. People be out there though. Okay, Whale and Bounty Wars. So you have Comics and Crypto going off and saying we are placing 3 bounties, or a bounty on 3 Galactus variants, mint 1966. That is the first appearance of comic publishing year for Galactus. The upcoming drop, if you have the 1966 common, you get $1,000. If you have the 1966 uncommon, you get $2,000. And if you get the 1966 rare, you get $3,000 from Comics and Crypto. They're very aggressive about this, and they are likely going to cash in big in the future, or they just keep it for themselves, and they will never let it go. Edgar Poe, what's up? Aria Realty, saying Spritz Finance. Stan, what up, everybody? I'll get to the rest of the comments in a minute. just going to go on and comment down below if every now and then you have somebody going and taking their bounty and raising it by like $50 or $100, and that's what they do. It is snowing here again for like the third time this week in Ohio. It is rough. It's rough out there, boys. Be advised, for today's comic, there was a marketplace error where it wasn't working. If you clicked on a comic, it showed error 404. I know they were working on it. I don't know if it was, if that was fixed. Actually, we can go right now. We can take a look. Let's go to the market. And what was today's comic? Daredevil. I could just put 1964. I don't think that's going to work. It's definitely not going to work. It does not work. Okay. Let's go to. I guess we could put number 6 because it's issue number 6. Comics. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's just go to the market here. And it should be, if you see all, because it came out today, it should be one of the first ones that come up. Oh, heyo. Did DEVVE just do a move? Did DEVVE just do a thing? Did not do a thing. Why is that? How is that going from 100? Okay, I'm learning some perpetuals here. Sorry. Let's go with Daredevil. All right, Daredevil number 6. So the common is, I think, $3. Oh, no. Common's $4. Uncommon's 3. The rare is 5. The ultra rare is 13. Secret rare is 76. That is interesting. I don't know. Do these people know that the 9.8 gone for like over $10,000? Yeah, I'm not gonna get it, but not bad. It's not a bad deal. But should I? I shan't. I won't right now. Maybe next time. What drives value in a collectible, and what is the most important of them? Well, so there's a lot that goes into that. Let me answer this real quick. One, you have popularity. And well, depending on what it is, let's say I'm trying to think of the first appearance we don't have yet. Let's say like Riddler. No one, I mean, I guess Jim Carrey played Riddler, but I'd want to say something that's a bit more popular than Riddler. So we don't have Aquaman, right? We don't. Maybe something like Aquaman, something that's in like the Justice League. Maybe John, or Green Lantern. We have Green Lantern John Stewart. We don't have, or no, we have Green Lantern Hal Jordan. We don't have John Stewart Green Lantern. I would say if it's the first appearance, that's a big thing. If it is how scarce it, how rare it is, and then how scarce it is, because there is that difference. You could have something that's rare, that's maybe like one of 100, but there's constantly like 50 of them out there always. That's not really scarce. It's rare because there's a few of them. But then you could have something, let's say like Donnie. Donnie has like 150, so it's not as rare, but it's scarcer because there's only like 1 or 2 that's typically out there at once. So scarcity is just how many are out there at this time. Rarity is like, okay, there's not that many of them, but they're always out there. I'd say a good example would be like the Riso. Riso, it's rare, 1750 of them, maybe like 1300-ish of them, because you have a bunch that are in people's accounts that are either no longer active or they're in bot accounts, but they're not really scarce because they're always out there. Where you have something like Spider-Man Noir, again, there's always going to be some out there. They're just quite a bit more scarce. So those things drive value, and then you have just perception. It's like, okay, the first appearance of Groot, I think the first appearance of Groot is the holiday Groot, and that's just, I don't know if that'll ever go anywhere, just because there's so many editions of that. I think that remained the only uncommon that was animated for like a long time. But you just have to, they've printed Groot to like oblivion. There's like 9 different Groots on here, and I have, I think, all of them. I think I have all of the Groots that they put on here. So I'm kind of talking against myself right now. I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite. But I would say like perceived ROI is another one. Like, for example, is it Kevin? Who's that rooster from Moana? That rooster from Moana, I don't know the name. So it's not popular enough or ubiquitous enough for people to really know what it is. But there's 80 of them, so like Grail, instant Grail, and it's just the perceived value of it and the potential ROI. So you have that, and then just you have manipulation as well. How many you could how memeable is it, and how likely is it that somebody goes in and says like, yeah, let's just buy like 12 of them, let's buy half of them, and then half of them are gone. Um, I think you had that with Spider Boy, the Spider Boy secret rare, like Spider Boy like number 12 secret rare, first appearance of I think like a this other character. I don't even I think a Spider Girl, and like one person has like half of the entire supply. There's only 1,000 of them, but there's one person that has half of the entire thing. They just kept clicking buy on VeVe Comics. Is ridiculous. Is David U sick? Maybe. I mean, he was traveling recently, so maybe. I don't know. I hope not. Hope he's fine. Stan giving us those whoop whoop. How far back over there am I? All right. Anyway, Andrew G says, when new users start joining VeVe via affiliate marketing, what do you think will make them stay? It's the VeVeverse. Do you think early iterations will be sufficient to maintain users, and why? I think that's kind of a two-part question there, and one might not affect the other. If VeVeverse is awesome, then you're going to want certain collectibles from the VeVe app to use in there. So yeah. But even if it like sucks, and even if like nobody uses it, that's not necessarily a bad thing for the VeVe app, because I don't think anyone will care if the collectibles are janky or they don't move correctly, or if there's just nothing to do in the VeVeverse. If they can go on and they can spend $20 or $15 on a drop and then suddenly sell that for 300, like it won't matter if the VeVeverse is good or bad if people start making money again on VeVe. And if they go and they do that, then that's when the fun comes in. It's like Peter Dinklage talking to what's her name on the movie I Care a Lot on Netflix, where she asks, "How will we trust each other?" And he says, "If we make each other rich, the trust will come." As like if like that whole in the episode of Hey Arnold where Stinky becomes like a farmer, and like, what do I do? Big voice in the sky. If you plant them, they will come. And if you make it fun, how do people have fun? If they make money. In the Earth 2 game, when it first launched, people were making money hand over fist. You could not do anything but buy and sell these pixelated pieces of tile on a computer screen. But it was fun as fudge because you're making money. Like every time you refreshed, making money. So if VeVe can figure it out, and again, they have the money, they have the staff, they have the IP. It's like when Biden's team gives him the right combination of meds, and suddenly it's like 95, and he's sharp as heck again, and he just grooves, and then he says those lines in his like 80s, like America owns the finish line. It's like, get him, Biden. At some point, VeVe will figure out the right combination of meds, meaning like, okay, we're giving you some scarce items here. We're giving you some digitals on top of that. We're giving you some crafted. Like again, they own the innovative space for dropping. There is one that they won the decade in general, and two, they own that line of innovation. Nobody else is doing it. Like they could give Cryptoys and McFarlane and Candy Digital a tour of their entire facility. They could go in and leave some top secret stuff out for them right there. They could go and steal it, and they could release it on their own in like the next month or so. And by the time that they do, VeVe would have innovated like 8 other things by that point. There was a I don't know how much of this I could talk about. There was a unit in the military that I'll say this. Their job was to, whenever certain vehicles or equipment were left in a certain spot, this unit's job was to go out and get that equipment so that the enemy wouldn't find it and reverse engineer it. And then it became the logic to say, okay, well, sometimes these guys get in firefights, and it's not worth the American lives to do that when we could just continuously out innovate. Sure, these people in Syria and Iraq can go in and they can sell these things to China and Russia, and they can attempt to reverse engineer it, and sometimes they can. But as long as we continue to out innovate, it's not going to matter. They're getting at that point like third generation tech, and meanwhile we're on like our fifth and sixth. And so yeah, as long as VeVe continues to do this, no one will be able to catch them. G-Flow says, do you think 10 cents is still possible? I do. That is in my bull case scenario. My bull case. It's not necessarily my my base case. It is, my base case is 3 to 5 cents. Stephen Duarte says level 97 achieved. Goes over and tags me, Ben Rose, Sergio Collects, and VeVe Official. I'll give him that amazing. Have I told you lately? Sorry. And is it critical for Omi to catch this bull run? Yes. If Omi does not catch this bull run, people are not going to wait through a second bear market. They will sell whatever they can. The token will go down. The token will do like another 80% drop from here, and maybe it catches on next time if they don't catch this bull run. However, I'm going to say that there's like a 98% chance that they do catch it. So, I'm putting my money there on the ladder. Rick's saying, remember to put some salt on the road after you shovel the snow so it doesn't get slippery. I probably should. You're probably right. There's something. I'll bring this up towards the end of the stream. Omar's somebody had sent. I want to bring something up towards the end of the stream. Just remind me. Baby Wheels has 11, like 3 days in a row. Let's go. What up, Wheels? How's it going, fam? Wheels, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good. Bruin88 says, people are speculating about David Yu. Do you have any insight? What are they speculating about David? Like what are they speculating? Like somebody mentioned, is he sick? Which I said I don't think so. I think he's fine, maybe. But when you say like, are they speculating on his health? Are they just let me know what they're speculating on, and I legit talked to him today, and there's no he didn't mention anything, so I don't know. Doughboy says, better late than never for our Randy fix. Let's go over one other thing here. Yeah, why did it go up so much? Sorry, I'm looking at something here. Woo! Okay. Mr. Evans wants exciting time. Yes, it is. Ben Rose's evening, Randy. Love your insights. Oh, why, thank you, sir. Love you too. I know you said you love my insights and not necessarily me, but I want to say I love you. Okay, that's going to haunt your dreams there. We have Bloomberg going off and saying crypto options venue Deribit draws interest from buyers. Kraken said to have looked at the company without proceeding. Crypto M&A is heating up following Trump's election win. Deribit, the world's largest platform for Bitcoin and Ether options, has drawn interest from potential acquirers and is working with a financial advisor to review opportunities according to people with knowledge of the matter. Deribit is working with Financial Technologies Partners, LLC, that people who declined to be identified discussing a confidential process. FT Partners was initially hired in early 2023 to help arrange secondary stock sales for existing Deribit investors. So its general advisory mandate now also includes assessing bids for the whole firm. Deribit may be worth $4 billion to $5 billion or more, one person said. digital asset exchange Kraken looked at Deribit but didn't proceed. One person familiar with the matter said. In short, Deribit has not been put up for sale, Deribit said in the statement. Over time, we have received interest in strategic investments from a variety of parties, which we will not disclose. Kraken FT partners declined to comment. Oh, that is open. Oh, bye-bye, Bobby. I love you, Bobby. Sorry. We have Gary O at 1234CA3 on X saying, got a couple of VeVe exclusive comics signed at New York Comic Con by Dan Crothers and David Yu for Market Smart and myself, submitted to CGC Comics for grading. Got a cool CGC VeVe pin and got a pair of 9.8s. Gotta love that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, with the signatures. Oh, that's so cool. And then we have Market Smart going and saying, thank you for helping and making this happen, tagging everyone. That is awesome. Arlo says, DEVVE Perpetual. Let's go. Let's get this bread. I love this game. Let's take a look at how the Omi's doing. I haven't checked on that in like 30 minutes, so I'm very curious. 0003584. I'm so excited about the Saturday space in support of LA fire affected communities. Agreed. Sorry, my eyes. So what's up, Randy? When was the last time you had some Peruvian ceviche or lomo saltado? I don't know what lomo saltado is, so I don't know. Honestly, I've met like 3 other Peruvians my entire life. Maybe 2. No, 3. I met 3. And none of them have cooked. Oh no, Whitney cooked for me. Whitney cooked. Yeah. Sorry. But the other 2 were older men and they did not cook for me. So I don't think I've had either of them. I'm a bad Peruvian. I do not live up to my Peruvian. Right there, I say it's about to happen again. What's about to happen, right, Thax? Are we going up? Are we going up? Are we going down? Is this a buying opportunity? Is this something? What you got? You right, Thax? You cannot just give me it's about to happen again and then leave it at that. I'm too curious for this. I'm like a cat. Meow. Yeah, you got to give me a little more than that. Is it Essence? Let's take a look at Essence. I think that was at 6 cents the other day. Up about 1% on the day to 6 cents. Yeah, you got to give me a little bit more. But anyway, let's go to the rest of these comments. Yeah. And thank you for the super chat. Very well done. So I am. Who says Ben, the absolute goat? He is a goat, isn't he? Isn't he? Let's take some other stuff over here. Currently doing that. MSNBC president steps down as network struggles after 11 years at NBCU and 4 years running MSNBC. Jones is leaving to pursue new opportunities. Her decisions come as the network faces plummeting ratings, especially after Trump's election and fallout from other stuff. Let's move on here. Comics and Crypto says, at the same price, which would you rather own? A Miles Morales rare statue on VeVe Official or an Amazing Fantasy number 15 common? I said Miles Morales rare statue. I was in the minority. 60% of people said AF15, but that's still going on. That is still going on. So by all means, go out to Comics and Crypto and vote. Our realty said, G unit. Yeah. Mr. Emerson, it was great to see Ben here. We always love to see Ben. He's amazing. We love him. He's our bae. O'Milly goes over and says, say what you want, NFT/digital collectibles, just don't do all this. Please learn to enjoy what you're buying. And they're talking about I'll show you what it is over on X. VeVe Official put out the diorama. Not sure how to pronounce it, but they put out the diorama for, yeah, here it is, for Galactus. And it just looks so cool. I'm the destruction. Maybe it looks a little too much like LA right now, so maybe not the best timing, but it just looks dope. I want it for forever. And O'Milly says, like, normal NFTs just don't do this. Speaking of normal NFTs, also Claritza Latina, it's her birthday. She didn't think we'd find out, but we did. Say happy birthday or feliz cumpleaños to Claritza. There is one thing I wanted to go over here. Okay, so it is from Loop, aka Loop on Unchained, saying we are number 7 of any NFT total volume today, behind Azuki, Punks, Pudgies, and Doodles. So the top 10 are Azuki Elemental. The volume was 101 ETH. Milady Maker, 104 ETH. Lil Pudgies, 141 ETH. Again, this is the volume. DKNX is 248 ETH. Beans Official is 267. I have no idea what DKNX or Beans Official are. Obviously, I've heard of Lil Pudgies. I think I have heard of Milady Maker, and I think I've heard of Azuki. Number 5 is Doodles. We've all heard of them. Pudgy Penguins is number 4. Azuki Elementals, which I guess is different than the... I guess there's 2 Azuki Elementals. Number 2 is CryptoPunks with 1,000 ETH, and Azuki is also 1,000 ETH over there. So Azuki taking up 30% of the top 10 spots. The floor price for a bunch of these, DKNX is the lowest at 0.22 ETH. And the highest is going to be Pudgy Penguins at 24.84 ETH. Really? Let's just round it up to 25. 75,000 for a Pudgy Penguin. Damn! I would say that NFTs are back. Is that the next true narrative? I have no idea. We'll see. Today's listing is working now. Very good. Bill Gardner says, what up, fam? Yo, what up, Bill Gardner? Man. Love you. Love you. Love you, man. Bill says 25th like for YouTube. My man. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Heard him? Great, thanks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Saying it's about to happen again with 3 charts going to the moon. Well, Bitcoin maybe. Yeah, look at Bitcoin. Look at that little V-shaped recovery he had for the last couple hours here. Yeah, Bitcoin's at 97 now. It was at, what was that, 89.8 yesterday? Let's go. I just can't do it, Captain. It says 90.8, but it was like 89.8. It just, I can't see it right now. Now it's up to 97.2, so it's gone up quite a bit in like 28 hours. US should ban OnlyFans. Why? I believe in First Amendment and expression of self. And even though I think that OnlyFans is likely a net negative for the women that do it, dude, did you know that? So most of the women that make up OnlyFans are like 18 to 24, and like 40% of like, is it 40% of adult men that have an account and pay for it? Hold on, let me find this. I have the statistics. They are like a couple weeks old, so it's not that old, but it's definitely from this year, right? Maybe it's not from this year. Honestly, I had better memories. Like my memory was better when I was drinking. I haven't drank since New Year's, so I'm very proud of that. But also maybe not so much because I don't have a good working memory anymore. It was better when I was drinking. It's not in the last, definitely not in the last week. I could have sworn I had it recently. Maybe it wasn't, but the amount of people that had, the amount of men in America that had it was like 40% of adult, like married men, like that were using it. We have right there say, "Oh, me to the moon." I wonder why he's saying that. Is he about to put in a bunch of buy orders? How much would you need to pump it? Because I don't think Omi has very good volume right now. Yeah, the volume's 652,000. So it might only need 100,000 to pump it up. Wraithax has done numbers before. Okay, it was definitely before New Year's. Okay. It was from Just Pearly Things. And let's take a look. Is it the podcast? No, it's Just Pearly Things. Okay, hold on. It's all one word. And I'm going to have to go to... Oh, yeah, here it is.
4 million women.
Oh, my God. 1.4 million women in America do OnlyFans. 1.2 million is between 18 and 24. So if 1.2 million of those 1.4 women are between 18 and 24. And the number of OnlyFans workers, and if you Google it, remember that this is an industry for young women. So the majority of this number is going to come from Gen Z. 1.4 million women in America do OnlyFans. However, 1.2 million is between the ages of 18 and 24. And if you Google what percent of women and how many women in America are between 18 and 24, there is roughly 10 million women. So there is about, oh my God. So 12% of that generation is legit doing OnlyFans. That is nuts. That is bananas. Just a bump, but enough to make profits. All right, Great Dax. I have 202 million Omi now, and I am ready to go. I'm ready to cook. I'm gonna eat. Girl. But dude, so Wes, I'm not for the US really doing any type of banning because I believe in freedom of speech. That's part of the reason why I joined the military, was to help defend that right. And I feel like government kind of taking that away in any form is never something that you want to do. But yeah, OnlyFans is a very net negative, I think, on our society. That is nuts. That is 12% of Gen Z women are doing that in the 18 to 24. That is insane. That is heckin' insane. That is, oh my God. So then I guess Pro decided to learn more about who's consuming the OnlyFans content. And the statistic is that 82 million American men subscribe to OnlyFans, or at least an OnlyFans account. I don't know how many are free versus how many are, they charge you for. But how big that number is okay, but how many people in America is 165 million men are in the United States, and half of that are subscribing to OnlyFans. I'll tell you right now, I've never paid for OnlyFans. And 85 out of 162 million men are subscribed to OnlyFans. Again, this is America. And of the 82 million men subscribed to OnlyFans, 90% are married. Bro, America is not okay. Oh my God. That is heck. West might be right here. Maybe the US should ban OnlyFans, but that is insane. Whoo, lordy. Bill Gardner says Miles Rare is probably my favorite on it. Bro, Miles Rare is so freaking good. It is so freaking cool. Them sneakers, though. Bean Tech says, hey, meow. Miles Rare is one of my top 5 favorites for sure. Yeah, he eats, bro. He eats. He cooks. That's why I voted Miles, because he's awesome. Where was I here? Anonymous. Yep, anonymous. Okay. Chef Day, Craft Day. Toby Todd's is currently planning which collectibles to pick up toward the end of this month. I can't decide on Todd's or Riso. Ooh, oh, so Riso he was down to like what? Like I legit contemplated on buying one the other day. Some of y'all might remember. Let's take a look. Riso, 24 in the market, so there's not a ton. Oh God, hiccups. 760. So 760 is the low. 950 is the next lowest. I could buy one right now. I won't, but I could. But I shan't. I won't. Crypto, good times. Yeah. My man Raythag saying just a bump, but enough to take some profit. Ooh. Where was I? Squint says agree. Meow. Raythag saying Omi to the moon. I love this. I love this Omi to the moon. Ruth, thanks, Randy. Well, you said you spoke with him today, so it had to be false news about it. Who's talking about David Yu's health? You were saying he was in the hospital. Fuck anyone who's trying to spread rumors like that. I legit talked to him today. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Anywho, let's move on here to the rest of the news. Oh God, that was so long ago. Okay, where are we at here? Galactus stuff. Probably just called himself VeVe version before public release. Maybe. Power Paris Hilton, shout out to Paris Hilton, that raised in 72 hours, had raised $800,000 for the displaced families of Los Angeles fires. Trying to make that push to reach 1 million, saying thank you to everyone who has shown support for our city. We also have some words from Darcy Donovan over here. Darcy Donovan goes out and says, I'm utterly heartbroken beyond words, seeing all the homes and businesses of my friends that have burned to the ground and all the families and animals in devastation is something no one should ever have to experience in their lifetime. Crying emojis. I was within 5 minutes in the line of fire, like literally, and was one of the lucky ones. Amazing firefighters contained the fire so it didn't spread to my neighborhood. Shout out to the LA Fire Department. I spoke to a couple members of them yesterday as well. Fires have left so many people displaced, homeless, and scared. Seeing the incredible generosity of people stepping up in this moment is a reminder of the good of humanity. I want to take a moment to genuinely thank each and every one of you who sent me your heartfelt messages, texts, emails, DMs, voicemails. Your support, whether it was offering a place to stay or simply checking in on my safety, I cannot say thank you enough. I'm also holding on to the gratitude that my family and my beloved fur babies are safe. My heart and prayers go out to every family member affected by these fires, to all the people who have lost their homes, their memories, and their beloved pets. My heart aches for you. The devastation is unimaginable. Knowing so many are waking up today without the place they called home is truly heartbreaking. The brave firefighters, the first responders risking their lives to protect us, you are true heroes. I'm so grateful for your courage, dedication, and the incredible sacrifice you're making to save lives and fight this unimaginable battle. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please, everyone, stay safe and follow evacuation orders. Sending so much love and strength to all of you. We're in this together. LA. Her stardogs.com team will be reaching out to various charities and organizations to see how they can best help support the communities impacted by these fires within their project, whether through donations, fostering animals, or extending compassion to those in need. She wants to find a way to help. We're in this together. Together we'll rebuild. Sending prayers. Shout out to Darcy. I love this woman like no other. When Ben Rose Blue Metallic, he seemed to be almost like against the idea. I don't know if he thinks that like he hasn't earned it yet, or he thinks that like, come on guys, we could do other stuff. But like, am I a supporter of Dr. Kevorkian in the 90s? Because give the people what they want. We want a blue metallic Ben Rose. Now, granted, I haven't been able to. I don't know if David would feel a certain type of way if I got a blue metallic Ben Rose, and I didn't get a blue metallic David Yu because he was like $2,000 at one point. And David, I love you, but I will. That's a lot. That's a lot. So let me go and see what it is right now. It might have gone down. Might have gone down to like 1,500. Sort by lowest pricing, 1,750. All right, still a lot, but not something I'm willing to part with right now. But yeah, I'd take a stab at it, and I'd try for a blue metallic Ben Rose. Yeah, who the heck is talking about David Yu here? Who do I block first here? Where is the latest talk about David Yu? And there's another dude named David Yu who's apparently got Trump as his thing. I'm not seeing. All right, should I type in like David Yu VeVe? Like who's talking about him today? Definitely earned it in the short time. I agree. 100,000%. What is this here? Omi, Hope, from marketing plans. There's somebody who I had. I'm just trying to figure out what who's spreading the stuff about David Yu. I saw Bruin saying, is David Yu okay? But I haven't seen any other people talking about that. There is no. Yeah, I don't see any other people really talking about his health, so I'm not going to address that any further. Anywho, that seems like that'll be it for Me on the day, I just want to check Omi one last time, and it is 00035. Okay. What am I going to do here? Let's go and talk about, yes, these are in the short time that he's been here with us. Everyone commenting, liking, thank you so much for the super chats. To my boy Raythax saying it's about to happen again. Omi, just a bump, but enough to make profits. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you all. Thank you for joining with me today. Let's go with, what should my outro song be? I think it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be Ava Max. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you